She's my daughter.
The letter came on a cold morning in October. Eleanor's hand shook as she read the words that changed everything. Eleanor, breathing barely audible, she's asking for me. After all this time, my Lily, she's asking for me. Narrator, with tension. The letter was from her sister, Martha. She wrote of a girl, now 13 years old, who had begun asking questions about her mother. A girl who deserved to know the truth. A girl who was ready. Eleanor, resolute, determined. I'm going back. No matter what it costs me. Why? Narrator. Eleanor rode, for 3 days, without stopping. The town had changed, grown rougher, meaner. But the ranch, the Brennan Ranch, it looked exactly as she remembered. Narrator, with dread. She didn't know that James Brennan, the man who'd made her promises he never kept, was still there. That he still owned that land. That he still held power over everyone around him. Martha, surprised, emotional. Eleanor? My God, you came. Eleanor, urgent, determined. Where is she? Where's my Lily? I need to see her. Martha, hesitant, fearful. Eleanor, wait. There's something you need to know. James Brennan, cold, commanding. Well. Eleanor Hartwell, returning to the scene of her indiscretion. Eleanor, shaken but standing firm. James, I didn't come here to see you. James, menacing, slow. But you did. You're on my land. In my town. And the girl you're looking for, she belongs here now. To this world. To this life. Eleanor, voice rising. She's my daughter. James, cutting her off. With authority. She's nothing to you anymore. You made your choice 5 years ago when you ran. You chose your shame over your child. Narrator, with intensity. But Eleanor hadn't ridden 300 miles to be turned away by a man who'd lied to her from the beginning. A man who'd promised her forever and delivered only abandonment. Eleanor, powerful, controlled rage. You sent me away, James. You told me you'd follow. You swore you'd marry me. But when you found out about the baby, you became someone else entirely. James, defensive, trying to dominate. That was different. A man has his reputation to consider. Eleanor, cutting through. Your reputation? What about mine? What about our daughter growing up believing her mother was a coward who didn't want her? Narrator, soft, pivotal. And then she appeared. Lily, Eleanor's daughter, 13 years old, with her mother's eyes and her father's stubborn jaw. Lily, confused, tentative. Aunt Martha? I heard voices. Eleanor, barely breathing. Lily? James, stepping between them, forceful. Don't listen to her, girl. This woman is a stranger. She has no claim on you. No right to come here and upset the life we've built. Lily, small, searching. Who is she? Narrator, solemn, urgent. In that moment, Eleanor stood at a crossroads. A man who'd shaped her past stood between her and her future. A man who'd twisted the truth to protect his own pride. Eleanor, stepping forward, her voice clear and strong. My name is Eleanor. Eleanor Hartwell. And I'm your mother, Lily. James, threatening. If you take another step. Eleanor, not looking at him. Eyes on Lily. I left you not because I didn't love you. I left you because a man I trusted more than myself told me I had to. I was young. I was frightened. I made a choice that haunted me every single day. Lily, voice breaking. Why didn't you come back? Eleanor, tears in her voice. Because I believed I didn't deserve to. Because I let shame become my prison. But I'm here now, and nothing, no one. She looks at James. Is going to stop me from knowing my daughter. James, moving toward her. You'll regret this, Eleanor. I'll make sure of it. Narrator, rising above him. But as James reached out, Lily stepped forward. She crossed the line her father had drawn. She moved toward her mother. Narrator, reflective, powerful. The rancher had tried to be the gatekeeper of their separation. But he couldn't hold back the tide of blood, of love, of 5 years of longing finally answered. Eleanor, softly, to Lily. I know you don't know me. But I want to. I want to know everything about you. Lily, quietly, uncertain but hopeful. Then stay. Eleanor, voice steady and sure. I'm not going anywhere ever again. Narrator, final, resonant. The road ahead wouldn't be easy. Truths would need to be rebuilt. Wounds would need to heal. But in that moment, in that single moment when a mother and her daughter found each other again, the man who tried to keep them apart finally understood. Some bonds cannot be broken. Some promises, the ones written in blood and bone, cannot be rewritten by anyone's will but love's own. Whispered, and that made all the difference.